Lieutenant Commander Eliza Kerr moved silently through the rehabilitation wing of the Naval Training Facility, her presence commanding without a single word. The air hung thick with chlorine, the echo of drills, and the focused breaths of recovering recruits. Eliza's arm bore a limited exertion band, an official reminder of her collapsed lung injury, though everyone who watched her walk knew the label didn't match the woman. She wasn't broken. She wasn't fading away. She was recalibrating. That morning, as she took notes during water resistance drills, the peace fractured when Corporal Trent Hollis swaggered in. Late, loud, mocking, he cracked jokes about her breathing injury, calling her inhaler girl while flexing for younger recruits. His arrogance filled the room like bad smoke. Eliza didn't flinch or respond. Instead, she logged details quietly: his sloppy form, his overextended reach, his inflated confidence. She measured him with a clinical precision he never sensed. Her response came calm and even, "I didn't bait him. I opened a door." He walked in. Before sunrise the next morning, blue LED lights reflected off the still surface of the pool. Eliza arrived first, wetsuit secured, stopwatch dangling loosely from her hand. Every movement was intentional. Hollis stumbled in last half-sipped suit, smirk curling his mouth, still believing this was a competition he could win on brute force alone. She didn't look his way. This wasn't a contest. It was a demonstration. They submerged together. Underwater, Eliza transformed. Still, silent, heart rate dropping, breathing locked like a sealed vault. She became an unmoving shadow, observing the slight currents where Hollis fidgeted beside her. He kicked nervously, unable to match the stillness. His irritation grew with each passing second. At second 36, impatience overtook him. He lunged from behind, locking his arm around her throat in a chokehold, not part of the drill, not authorized. This was violence dressed as ego. He expected her to thrash any normal person would have, but Eliza remained calm. Perfectly calm, her pulse steady, her eyes open. His, however, began to spike. By second 44, confusion twisted across his face. Why wasn't she panicking? Why wasn't she reacting at all? At second 48, she moved. Her hand gripped his wrist with calculated precision. One pivot, one grounded kick, a measured twist. A clean pop echoed through the water as his wrist dislocated. Hollis shot upward in panic, gasping at the surface. Eliza rose a moment later, quiet, composed, unshaken. In the observation room, Reed gave a single approving nod. No applause, no celebration, just understanding. She hadn't won by force. She had won by mastery of breath, of patience, of psychology. Later in the command room, the footage replayed in silence. Two figures underwater, a choke, a controlled response. Then the break. Captain Harlan looked from the screen to Hollis. "Is that you initiating contact?" he asked. Hollis tried to deflect, blaming her calmness for provoking him. Harlan leaned forward. "Remaining calm is not provocation." Reed presented the vitals data. Her pulse stayed controlled. His spiked. Harlan turned to Eliza. "Why didn't you surface?" Her answer was simple: "Because I didn't need to." The verdict was immediate. Hollis was removed from the candidate program, reassigned to administrative work. As Eliza walked past him, she paused. Her voice remained steady. "It's not your throat you lost the fight with," she said. "It's your timing." The next morning, the gym returned to its usual hum of weights and boots. But something had changed. When Eliza walked in, no one stared in fear or awe. Instead, every recruit subconsciously straightened their posture, corrected their stance, calmed their breathing. Her presence carried a message without speaking a word. Reed passed by and murmured, "Calm is your superpower, huh?" She shook her head lightly. "Not calm," she said. "Calculation."